Hi, everybody. Today is March 15th. It's the day after spring break. And so this video is for my classes of thermodynamics, fluid dynamics, mechanics of materials, and statics. I'm going to do a separate video for my surveying class tomorrow on the 16th, but this is for the other classes. I wanted to let you know that I have everything graded and everything has been entered in both Moodle gradebook and in the Web Advisor, which is your official midterm grade. Now, the grades are entered based on the work that you've turned in. So if you haven't turned anything in and you turn it in before the end of the semester, it will count toward your final grade. But sometimes it's kind of a decision as to whether you want to do that, go backward and do stuff, or if you want to just keep up with what we're doing so far. I mean, from now on. So the course I have up right now is thermodynamics, and I'm just going to go through the Moodle page just for a second. But we covered through the chapter 4 material, and then we had the material for the midterm exam next with the schedule. So underneath that, I have the chapter 5 material, which will be visible to you now. And it has some videos that you'll watch, some notes for the chapters, the US homework problems, and also a button to submit the homework for for chapter 5 no later than the 22nd, which is Monday a week from today. We also have the material for chapter 6, which is available, a few videos, homework, and a submission button due the following Monday, which is March 29th. Now, the next part would be the quiz, which would be the following Wednesday, March 31st, and that's going to cover chapters 5 and 6 in Thermopolis. There will be a quiz posted here. It's not posted yet, but the rest of the material is for thermo. Now, going back and taking a look at statics, we sort of see the same thing. What I really wanted to show you is that the schedule's laid out for you after midterm for at least the next quarter of the next quarter of a semester, or half of the time we have left together. So in statics, we did the midterm on March 5th, and then underneath it, we have chapter 5. The first part of chapter 5 shows the schedule for our class for every day. We have Zooms in this class, so it shows you if we have a Zoom and what time the Zoom starts, just like before spring break. And then it also shows you when the chapter's homework is done. Now, the only thing I want to show you for sure in statics is we do chapter 5. There's a homework for chapter 5. And then following that, we skip to chapter 9. So we do chapter 5 and chapter 9. Then the quiz will be over chapters 5 and 9. The reason for that is, you'll see when you get into it, the math for those two chapters is very similar. So we'll come back and do 6, 7, and 8 after we finish this piece, but doing 5 and 9 together, you'll sort of have your math legs under you, and you'll be able to use some of the same techniques that you use in chapter 5 to successfully complete chapter 9. Okay, if we take a look at mechanics and materials, you'll see it's laid out a lot the same way. We finish up with chapter 4 and the midterm exam. And then after the midterm exam, we have chapter 5 with some lectures, notes, and a homework submission. And then chapter 6, lectures, notes, homework submission, and once again, a quiz. All right. So in each one of these courses, the only one I have left then would be fluids. Okay. So it's the same kind of a layout in fluids, where after we finish the midterm, and we have finished chapter 4 and the midterm exam, what you'll see then is the material for the first half of the final exam. So in other words, that same thing, the quarter of the material for the course. We have the textbook and the vodcasts for chapter 5, the homework submission for chapter 5, the textbook and the vodcast for chapter 6, the homework for chapter 6, and then a quiz over chapters 5 and 6. So this material will take us to the end of March, and then I'll post the material for the second half of the exam for each one of the classes afterward. This is in fluid dynamics, and even if you're in fluid dynamics, this is actually beyond the scope of a freshman or sophomore level course, but this is sort of some of the partial differential equations and some of the math that's involved in how water moves over a fish. So that's something interesting maybe. Anyway, so having said that, I think we have all of the courses lined out. So the important thing to keep in mind, no matter what course you're in, except for engineering surveying, is that you'll have a homework assignment over the next chapter due Monday, March 22nd. You'll have your second homework assignment of after midterm due on Monday, March 29th. And then you'll have a quiz due on Wednesday, March 31st. Now, as always, I'm here to help you. Anytime that you need anything, I hope that you will either email me or call me, and we'll take care of a little problem before it becomes a big problem. And I hope you will. I will look forward to hearing from you. And statics folks, I'll see you Wednesday for our Zoom session. Anyone else, if I can help you in any way, let me know, and I'll talk to you then. Have a great week. See you later.